Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me here on Farm Sim 25. And I'm doing another contract. Seems to be kind of what we're going to be tied into doing here for a bit. Which is alright, because I managed to drag us up to just over 40k, doing a bunch of contracts off screen. So, I do like this guidance steering thing, that's for sure. Especially on some of the headlands. Because it's more accurate than I can hope to be, you know. It takes full advantage of the entire 6 meters that I get to drag around here. And for corners like this that aren't 90 degree, you can basically go make yourself a coffee, come back, jump back in the tractor, and go, oh man, I work hard. So, yeah. Anyway, hope everybody's having themselves a great day. It is a Friday today, the 20, I think maybe 2nd of November. That is a question. It could be the 21st or 23rd. I'm trying not to pay too much attention. So. But yeah, nonetheless, it is a Friday morning. Alright, now I do believe that's it for headlands. Ooh, I don't really want to be driving all over this guy's neighbor's crop. Now, we're way off in the corner here. I've not actually been to this part of the map before. But after doing a bunch of contracts, yeah, well, it was yesterday. I did advance the day once more. We're the second last day of September now. Yeah, it's getting a little bit scarce. The nice harvesting contracts are pretty much done, and they make they make about the most money, because you do get all whatever's above the farmer's expected rate. You end up getting that. So. I did a bean harvest yesterday. It took quite a while, I'll be honest. But the job was worth, I think, $5,700. And I made another $5,600 on extra crop. So yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's nothing to sneer at, boy. Yeah, like, sure. I do now. There you go, look at that. Surprisingly enough, this field is actually, the steering thing laid out a pretty decent pattern. I had a couple yesterday where I was just, you know, you'd do the headland and then it would start at this angle. So your first row was literally the length of whatever you were towing. You know, I think what they do, what it appeared anyway, is they sort of average out so you get the largest amount of long rows, right? Which, I guess in theory sounds great until you get, again, one of those fields that maybe has a bit of a corner on it, like an extended corner past the sides. Oh yeah, you can end up with 6 lines that are, like I say, it takes you more room to turn around than the actual length of the row you're gonna do. But I guess on this one, yeah, they just pretty much laid out a giant rectangle in the middle, and we get to go up and down and up and down. Although for some reason it defaulted to 5 headlands. Yeah, that took a lot of that up and down away, I'll tell you. I mean, I can see it. There's not exactly a ton of free room on any side of this field, but 5 headlands is a bit much. Just a bit. I think we can do okay with what we've got. Not the greatest turning radius on this thing, but it seems to do all right. Oh, I would like to get rid of this incessant fog. I'm tired of it beyond. And yet, I keep logging in and playing with completely forgetting to go and look on the forums or anywhere else if any solution to it. I don't know. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes, I tell you what. Well, I guess we sort of all are, aren't we? And so I would imagine if you compared all the times that things went wrong due to your own mistake, as opposed to, you know, some untenable outside force, yeah, I think you'd find it ruling in favor of your own mistakes more often than not. You know, I can certainly attest to that. Okay, we are 49, almost 50. There we are, 50% of the way through. Big announcement, contract on... Because we knew you wanted to know. Alright, these telephone poles are... tittable. But, the nice thing is, you don't have to do the lines in order if you don't want to. So it's not like it can get too steep. There we go. Yeah, we're way past the bridge. I think this is actually like the edge of the map. I think that's it up there. There's no more beyond that mountain. Boy, they've sure changed how they edge the maps. I remember back in, I think even up into 17 and 19, there would just basically be this, it would look like a postcard stuck onto the end of a field. Like literally, it very seldom were they the same resolution as the objects in front of them. Yeah, just all kinds of weirdness. But yeah, they have certainly improved the visuals in this game year by year. Some people would argue that's all that they've improved. I would tend to disagree, but, you know. That's fine. My opinion is worth little to anyone but me, so fair enough. So big shout out to Sooty Farmer. There's a link to his channel in the description down below. He's got a good farm sim one. He's on the American map, I believe. Which is odd. I kind of thought when Sooty started up he was going to hit up the Zalanka. Would have been his choice. But what is all of that there, I wonder? Oh, it's a buy spot. Ooh, is that a fuel? Can I use that? Because, well, guess he forgot to fuel up the car before they left this morning. Oh, what happened? Hello? Oh, there we go. I guess I just wasn't close enough to the field. Freaked me out there for a moment. You don't have access. Oh, yes, I do. Well, I wonder if that's a public use fuel up there, like a card lock. Probably not, is my next thought on that one. Yeah, the contracts are getting a little bit thin. And the only ones left worth money are the ones where, like I said, you've got to kind of hire a helper to run the harvester while you drive beside it with a tractor and trailer, because it's a harvester that has no capacity of its own. It's a straight chew it up and spit it out kind of a deal, which I suppose would be fine. The problem is, I've watched the AI, and some of the maneuvers they do on corners, and even up and down like this, are really unfriendly towards somebody that might be trying to stick to their side like a freaking lamprey. You know what I mean? So, I hesitate to do it because this is, they seem a lot, and I mean a lot, fussier in this version about how much you actually need to do to finish a contract. Like, you gotta do 99.7% of everything before you for them to give you the you're done, you know, at 100% thing. So, like, I did some really big fields yesterday, you know, and you'd do everything, it would go, you're done, and you'd have a little tiny corner left and nothing else. You know, you literally did 99.9% of the field and it gave it to you. You know, not like before. I mean, good heavens. You'd be, oh yeah, I've only got 3 more rows. Contract complete. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, I worry that in the faffing about, it would spew enough goods out just aimlessly onto the field that you wouldn't be able to finish the contract. So I haven't taken those, and there's one for like 11,000 and one for 9. You know, the next closest I think is just under 4,000. So yeah, it's a big difference, but you know, I think they better come to the understanding that they either need to get out there and do it themselves, or they'll be hiring me to do this. Plow their wilted little crop under the ground, you know? Or, I mean, phone up the farm labor pool. They send me hired workers. You know, come on. And I suppose, being a farm thing, it would be hard not to make mention about what's going on over in the Britain at the moment with the farmers there. I was watching watching them all roll in on their tractors into London to protest this tax thing, the inheritance tax, from what I understand. And welcome to the club. You know, this is currently one of Canada's biggest issues, is that the dictator that we elected, God, we're so dumb sometimes, you know, spends all his time figuring out how to make taxes upon taxes upon taxes. Yeah, but anyway, no, it was quite the thing to watch. All the farmers rolling in there. I see Mr. Clarkson made an appearance. He's become quite the spokesman. It's English boy. You've been speaking it your whole life. Quite the spokesman for the farm movement in the UK. Which I think is a much more noteworthy achievement than Top Gear. As big a fan as I am, and don't get me wrong, I have seen every single episode of the UK version. When they got rid of the infamous trio and hired, well, some dude from Friends and a couple other people I've never seen, yeah, it kind of lost its charm. They just don't have the, you know, the connection that the other three, Hammond, May, and Clarkson, had. Not even close. Not even close. So, but yeah, interesting goings on, you know. And they have a point, sorry. I mean, without getting into the politics of any of it, taxes, government, all of that stuff, the point of it is don't screw over your farmers, you know. Don't do it. It is the very definition of biting the hand that feeds you. Understand that. It is the very definition of that. And that is never a good plan. So, just my thoughts on it. Yeah, let's get this field done. Boy, I'm not getting as good at my little ranty speeches as I used to. I used to be, oh, no problem, man. We'd be on the last 3 inches of this field, and I'd still be blah 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 about whatever I'd been blah 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 about. So, yeah, I guess. Getting old, don't have the stamina. Oh no. But there you are. There you are. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued. I don't see any sort of a sign by that gas pump thing. So, I mean, it may be the, you know, and likely is, the private property of whoever those other buildings belong to. But by the same token, that silo does have a come and get it sign on it. So, we'll have a look. We've only got a few rows left here. Then it'll be all over but the collecting of the money. "75%, 3/4 of the way through." Very nice. We could use some maintenance. Now, I don't know if that's mostly the tractor. I have a feeling a portion of that may well be our cultivator. I have dragged it over the stones and lumps of a few fields now. And although I have maintained the tractor several times, they may have turned the seed, fertilizer, and lime usage down, but I think they might have turned the maintenance up. They certainly didn't adjust the painting fees, you know, and so I don't imagine a lot of people are going to take advantage of that particular thing. But, yeah, I do believe that they may have had a little bit of increase in other places. Because it seems almost daily I'm having to do maintenance. Now, nice thing about it, you know, we own this Dutes and we own a little John Deere, and the nice thing is I can actually take our John Deere in to have maintenance done as well. Yeah, I don't have to wait for them to send a technician out, and, you know, yeah, we can do the maintenance. And now that we have a workshop, albeit a tiny little thing, upon the farm, we can maintain our JD right there. So, good for us. Yeah, I know, next thing Species will be buying an iPhone. Not gonna happen. Down with Apple. Down. Yeah. Those PC Master Race guys, they're just, yeah, they're clown hats waiting for a party to go to. There we are. When, of course, truth is we're superior to you in every way. Alright, let's get to... like, wow, he's like all political and stuff today. Nah, just... it's the fog. Yeah, it's the fog. It starts to lull my brain. Kind of like political stuff. You know, it just numbs your mind to the point where you're like, okay. I would imagine over the course of a field this size, the difference between me using this steering and me going, oh yeah, I can do it by eye, as I did in every other version, probably 4 or 5 rows. You know what I mean? Like, if you counted how many rows the steering thing put down for me to do, and how many it would actually take me to do by hand, I'm saying a super conservative estimate would be 5 rows. You know, a more realistic one would probably be 7 to 10, but, you know, I don't want to look like too much of an amateur, even though we're all aware I am. In fact, I'm less than an amateur, I'm just faking it, so, you know, yeah. Unlike that part of the world that now runs on AI. Might be a good fake, but you're still a fake. I wish I was good. Alright, 87%. We've almost got money in the bank. So this should take us to about $45,000, give or take. Which, considering I was down to $4,000 after the herbicide thing, yeah. I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, it's funny. I was reading some comments in the Steam forums about Farm Sim the other day. And, you know, people were going, look, you know, the game released 3 days ago. They haven't put out a release patch yet. You know. And, of course, there's the inevitable, well, I remember when they used to release games that didn't need patches. You know, you bought the disc and that was it. Boy, oh boy, those must be the reddest rose-colored glasses that you wear that I have ever seen. You know, because yeah, you used to buy the physical disc and that was it. That didn't mean the game was bug-free. It meant whatever bugs were in it, even if they completely broke the game at some point, that's what you got, you know. It didn't connect online with the developer so they could put a patch out. No. You know, if you were really lucky, they'd put a patch out that you'd purchase a disc for, or, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. No, they didn't used to release completely bug-free games. You know. They tended probably to have fewer bugs. But that's not because the development was any different. You know, that was because they paid people to beta test. Never mind this early access stuff where people just go, it's broken, I'm not going to play it, and don't submit bug reports. That was your job. You know what I mean? And you didn't just sit there and play the game. I'm sure a few people did. I actually did sign up with a couple of companies and do this, so this isn't just making stuff up. But you would have, like, they would go, okay, today I want you to go to this area and just do this. And do it over and over and over and over. So it's not like you would keep, you know, running the game until something was broken. Oh no, they would send you to some area they suspected was broken and have you do it over and over and over and over until they could figure out why it was broken. Did I lower that? I didn't. I kind of thought not. So yeah, it's not like it was a, you know, just early access with a paycheck. It was a completely different thing. But yeah. And there was a couple of people down inside of it that ignored all of the abuse and the name-calling and the usual toxicity that everything breaks down to on the Steam forums and just went, well, yeah, you seem to be forgetting that, no, what you got was a finished game, whether it worked or not, you know. And there were actually people that argued with that as well. No, they were always fixed. Patches were put out on other, you know. Yeah, no, sorry. You know, no, they weren't. There is lists of games that basically were never finishable because they had some completely breaking bug in them. You know, just made it impossible to progress beyond a certain point, and every single person that played the game ran into the same thing. Now, keep in mind, there was no social media to speak of. I mean, there was, you know, messaging services. And there wasn't thousands of hours of YouTube footage on every single game that was put out. So if you ran into an issue, you generally had to work it out. you know, and you had no idea, as you would try and work it out, that many people had tried before you and there was no solution. You know, so yeah, it was just, oh, we're done. Thank you. Alright, so with that, God, I always feel so bad. Just, oh, here, I didn't feel like doing the last bit. You know, what a jerk. I mean, seriously. So, can I fill up here? I mean, I know it'll cost money, but it costs money at the gas station too. It's not the nicest spot to turn around in. See, that's gotta be a lime silo. Yeah, I'm not getting any kind of a... No. Unfortunately, it's not. Nope. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I kind of assumed it was just somebody's gas, you know. Wow, that's my diesel. Yeah, well, whatever. Alright, so that contract is done. Let's go to that. And let's get paid $3,300. Sure. Thank you very much. Alright. Yeah. Well, that one's just below our place. And where's the other one? 29. Well, that's there as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Let's just accept. Okay. And accept. Okay. There. Seeing as we have to head home anyway. This thing doesn't exactly have the nicest viewing, like... Okay, I need to know where I'm going here. Actually, I guess either one is fine. That one would cut across and go down. This one just winds a little bit more. Still goes down. Yeah, I can't see anything. Between the map and the fact that they've thrown as much stuff as they possibly can in front of the windshield on this tractor. And of course the ever-lovely fog. Now, shall we just, I think, continue this way? Sure. Again, we could have really gone either way. So those are the only two cultivating contracts. Well, I guess this one would be a weeding, and I don't think they do it because you can't hire AI. I don't know. Both myself and City have found that the AI will not do mechanical weeding. They might do the spray type, like they might put herbicide out, but yeah, they won't do mechanical weeding. Unfortunately. So. Oh, I thought that was a dirt road. Whoopsie. That didn't save me much time anyway, as it turns out. So is this the kind of advertising people were complaining about? It's just these billboards? Because, I mean, granted, it is, you know, farm sims related stuff. It's not like billboards for You know, like you'd see in real towns where they'd be advertising some local business or some, you know, weird rip-off thing. But I don't find them offensive at all. You know, you see big signs everywhere that size. You know, even if they're not billboards, even if they're just like mall entrance signs and stuff, they're all like that. So, don't know, but there seems to be quite the hue and cry. Oh, we had enough of that in 22, and how do we get rid of all that advertising? And, I mean, I assume that's what they're talking about because I haven't seen any other form of advertising. Alright, so now we want to go through here. Careful, don't hit the sign. Oh, damn. Oh, I did. Oops, sorry, I mean, oh, gee, did I? Okay, so now they're actually just on the other side of our farm. But that's okay, because this is going to give us an opportunity to stop at the house. Oh, I don't have fuel. Ugh. This could start getting pretty tense here. Get out of the way of this car. I mean, I could do maintenance, but I cannot do fuel because we don't have any. Alright. Let's get out here. Yeah, we'll repair this guy. Really? No, I guess. I guess it's just parked close enough. And the tractor. Okay. Oop. Like I said, unfortunately, it's not going to put gas in it. But problem I have with putting fuel on the farm is that oh, it's those fields over there. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just go down here around the outside. Is that you need to be able to haul it to the farm. It's not like they come full. And there's only one, as far as I know, there's only the one fuel hauler. And it is many dollars. Many dollars indeed. Maybe you should slow down, fella. Okay. So here we are. 2 headlands you figure is sufficient? Alright. 4 headlands, headland. Problem is, you see, if I get him to do it, then we've got nothing to do. Like, literally, nothing to do. Yeah. Now this should be interesting. This is going to be, I think, a bit too steep for us to actually do in one go. Yeah, that's what I thought. So... It's going to be a little bit of a wiggle to get to it. There we are. Lock it on. There. Now this should get us around the corner up to that far peak in the thing there, so not an issue. And then the other field is that one right there. Oh, are you not gonna do it? Oh, why? I think I might have managed to get it in time. Yeah, we managed to get it right to the edge. That's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna have to drop the cultivator and take a trip into the gas station here. Because, yeah, I think it was like $1,500 just to lease the fuel carrier. So, I don't know, maybe one of the... I didn't actually look. If we go to... where are we here? Slurry transport? No, not really. I think it was under the animals, unfortunately. Oh, barrels. This is what I'm looking for. Water. Water. Oh, you'll carry fertilizer, herbicide, milk, and water. Same with you. Yeah, none of them will carry fuel. So, pretty sure that it was just this dude. Oh, 29,000 for that thing. Yeah, $1,500 to lease it. Really? For one run of fuel, $1,500. Yikes. Seems a bit steep. But yeah, maybe between fields I'll have to go and do a run to the gas station. Good tractor though. Gotta say, this is a pretty steep hill, and I can't imagine that cultivating is a light workload. You know, I mean, she's no plowing, but yeah, I can't imagine it being too easy on the kit. All right, let's get this last headland underway. And again, it's going to be a bit too steep for this part. There we go. And we'll try and catch that corner on the edge. It might actually go all the way around this time. I don't know why it didn't. No, it's still going to edge. So we're going to have to turn and then hit the old H key as soon as it's lined up where it needs to be. Close enough. At least we didn't leave any out. Alright, 30%, not bad. Not bad. Not great money, unfortunately. I mean, between these two fields, we're gonna make less than 5K. But, like I said, at this point, everything we own is pretty much ready until we get a little bit of sprout showing on the fields and we can throw the second fertilizing down. But until then, we are pretty much stuck with just figuring out what the neighbors need help with and then applying ourselves accordingly, as it were. Alright, let's get this turned around. Yeah, not a fan of that. Oh, we still got all of it. Well, almost all of it. This isn't another headland, is it? 40%. No, I don't see another line across at the bottom. Oh yeah, there is. No, we've done that one. No, these are the up and downs. They're just not straight for a change. Cool. Good, good change. Good change indeed. She's slowed down a couple K up there. That is pretty steep. Still though, impressive. Good little tractor, this one. Well, little. It's hardly little. And we're halfway there. So yeah, we should be getting the mods coming in at a really rapid rate here, pretty quick. As I say, Giants has released their editor. 'Tis in the wild doing its thing. So yeah. Everyone from Old Man making a map to I know Stevie's making mods again, and let's get that lifted up. I don't think I've heard anything from Black Sheep yet. Which is odd. You'd think they would have been jumping on the making a new new mod for the game thing. Maybe they're no longer doing it this time around. I don't know. Then again, it's not like I'm any kind of insider and get all the info on who's doing what. This is just, you know, general social media and forum stuff and that sort of thing. But yeah, I haven't seen any sort of, hey, old stream for 25 is coming, you know, which is generally what they've been doing since, when did old stream originally come out? Farm Sim 17, I think, possibly. Maybe the end of 15. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty easy peasy job, but actually. Obviously, if we had an even bigger cultivator, it would get done quicker. But I don't think that what we were being offered to do the job was really any bigger. I think it was a bigger tractor. So, I mean, we might have been doing a little bit quicker speed, but I don't think it was actually much wider as far as a cultivator goes. And we would have lost, you know. When it's only a couple of grand and they want $700 to lease equipment, that's a big difference, you know. On an $11,000 contract, nah, don't care, sure, we'll lease it and go, but, you know, you're only offering $2,500 and you want $795 to lease the equipment. Well, doesn't leave a whole lot for the pocket. Alright, we're about to hit 70% done. There we go. Now I'm curious, since they've followed this far, let's go down the other side. See what the heck they got going on there. Because eventually you're going to run into a point where these don't meet up, right? Because they're two completely different shapes. So, just wondering if the it's being made up over here. Yeah, I'll get to you. So let's see what happens if we come in on this side. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, we're gonna stick to the original. Just keep taking it off of this end where it's nice and big. Indeed. But I do think, my friends, that I have kept you long enough. I appreciate stopping by, watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, please remember to hit that like button. It does help out, believe me. Helps out immensely. Nice. Alright, so with no further ado, take good care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.